Hey there, welcome to the RaceGrooves weekend show. We're going to talk about collecting a little bit today. You know I love red, white, and blue, so of course I like to get Captain America stuff. But that doesn't mean I have to get everything that's Captain America. My kids gave me these pops as gifts. I have very few pops, and I asked somebody, I don't know if this is the 125th Marvel release, but they have so many. So, you have to have a little bit of focus. So with the character cards, I love the character cards. Mattel does a fantastic job with them. I will be buying at least one of each one. This one, they made it like a comic book series to where you can see the dot matrix or whatever they call the art style of the comic books. Now, when you see something on my channel, some stuff I collect for myself. I'm absolutely collecting the Hot Wheels character cards, even though I don't make videos about them. You'll see videos in the future, right? You'll see them in like downhill racing if you've been checking out my Jammers and Racing videos. It won't appear in Jammers and Racing because it's a licensed model, right? But I'll come up with some fun racing topics for the character cards. This I buy for myself, so when you see it on my channel, you know I buy this. This stuff here, that's a girl. I didn't even know that Peppa Pig was a girl. Now, I buy this because I'm going to be making a video. I found out that these actually race pretty good, not with the tag, but I want to make some fun videos with these vehicles as well. RaceGrooves, it's a racing channel, it's a vehicle channel, so it makes sense. Now, Mattel, since they're releasing stuff kind of with the movies, well, in the meantime, they're coming out with this other stuff. This is called Sketched Series. This is the only one that I found so far. I don't necessarily think that'll get every single car that's released. I would get all of these because they're track compatible. So more than likely, I will get all of these. But I'm not so sure that I'll get any extra for myself or for the track. Just like Peppa Pig, I'm buying these now. I'm going to make a video because it's going to be a fun video for some of my fans to watch. You know what? Character cars. I don't know a thing about Teen Titans Go. But I love character cars. They do a fine job with the cars. And I would like to make a fun video, downhill racing video with these vehicles. I found all 5 of those. I'm not going to show them to you today. But now Hot Wheels has the Disney line. Well, Hot Wheels has obviously had a relationship with Disney for a while because they're doing the Marvel character cars, right? I don't know if it says Disney on here. This might be licensed directly through Marvel. This might not actually be. I forget the legal stuff. I don't know if I don't see Disney on here. But anyways, let's move on. Now they have a Disney line. You're going to be in for a long haul. They're actually putting Series 1 on the package. So they're going to have a lot of them. Here you have Mickey Mouse. I'm going to show you the complete set. I found all of the models. I found them at Walmart, but I don't know if it's going to be a Walmart exclusive. It's all right. They take the character and then they make it look like the character. See the mixed wheels, it's got a yellow one. I guess it's for his yellow shoes, right? So these are the shoes that actually touch the ground. This one looks like it'll work on the track. Here's a peek at the back of the 6 models. Mickey Mouse, Elsa, Winnie the Pooh, Maleficent, Jack Skellington, and Mike Wazowski. I have all 6. If you have a favorite, let me know. This is not my favorite. Frozen, Elsa. Wow, this car looks fantastic. Now, look, it looks like could be like her dress, right? So this one's definitely track compatible, and it looks fantastic. I wonder if you showed that to a young lady or a fan of the Frozen movies, if they would know right away, oh yeah, that's Elsa, or that's from Frozen, without even seeing any of this. Does the car represent the character, right? So Mattel, they do a very good job with that. Winnie the Pooh, and then they do different types of cars. So you just seen a couple cars. Now this is like a cement truck, right? So it has a cement mixer. Winnie the Pooh. some of these might start getting obscure characters, like with the Star Wars line. I don't know all of the characters in Star Wars. It's like, but I still buy the cars. I like collecting them. But it's up to you. Buy what you like, buy what you can afford, and enjoy the hobby. You don't like them, don't buy them. It's fine. But look, Winnie the Pooh. So they turn around and they put a honey pot in the back. No, not only that. Look at that. It's got honey dripping out the back. That is too cool. I like that very much. I don't know if it's actually going to tumble because it has that honey piece. I don't know if the mixer is actually going to spin. I think it just moved. We'll find out. Oh, check it out. Not only that, it says honey, Hunny. That's Winnie the Pooh. So this spins pretty cool. Look, the honey doesn't move. It's like on the inside right there. Let's see if it comes apart. But anyways, that's pretty cool how they did it to where the honey's still dripping out, but yet the tumbler or mixer still turns. Yep. Very, very cool. Let's get to a couple others. Here you have Maleficient. And look at those colors. You know what my daughter likes to do? She goes to Disneyland. She has a annual pass. So she goes all the time. Her boyfriend actually works at Disneyland, so they get to go to some employee store. She gets some stuff at pretty good prices. She'll come home and she'll show me the item without any of the stuff, and she'll say, guess who that is? To be honest with you, I don't get them right all the time. She loves to give me a hard time with that. Disney. Jack Skellington. Wow, this is a cool piece. I only found one so far. I need another one. It's not a model that I want to send through the boosters because it has an open axle right there, open wheel. But pretty cool. Oh, what's in the back there? A dynamite? Is that how it blasts off? I'm not sure what that is. If you're a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas, let me know if you know what you think that's supposed to resemble in the back. Pretty cool. It's got a bow tie. Oh, it's interesting. The Marvel, you know what the Marvel, they give like a little info bubble, but this one, they don't give no info bubble, so I can't tell. Now, it is interesting that they would come out with character cars because Disney themselves has their own racers. They used to be called Disney Racers, and I didn't notice until I just sat down for the video. I guess they call them Wild Racers now. But see, they have their own character cars. There you have Buzz Lightyear on the left. On the right, Zorg. I think that's Zorg, but they call it Galaxy Aggressor. Anyway, oh yeah, it says right there, Toy Story and Beyond. And they have like these little license plates in the package. So it's interesting. These are at the theme parks. So Disney has their own character cars. And now Mattel has their character cars. Here's Mike Wazowski. I'll put this through the booster. It has some fender protection for the wheels. But with it being so top heavy right here, all that metal, I don't know how it's going to do. Looks pretty cool. It's got a big eye. No pupil though. Just has the window. No eyeball. Just the eyeball, not the pupil. Anyways, there's a look at the Hot Wheels character cars, the first 6 cars of the Disney Pixar set, Series 1. Now let's take a look at some fan mail. I got some fan mail. My address is on my About page on YouTube if you would like to send some fan mail. I have a couple pieces of artwork. Look, made me a license plate. Mark, yours to discover. Ontario. He's in Canada. Ontario. And June 19. Oh, good. My license plate's good for another year because this is November. So I have almost over a half a year to go. Ontario. And here, you know he's a fan because, of course, what kind of car does he draw? Chevy Avalanche. RaceGrooves. Very nice. You know what's funny? First thing I did was when I seen this, he knows this is the signature part of the Avalanche, right? This part right here. And I seen this antenna. You know what a funny thing about the antenna is when I first bought my Avalanche, the radio was terrible. It was all staticky and stuff. And it's like, what is going on there? Thanks, Jake. But you know what? It's not there. I took it back to the dealer. I said, what's wrong with the radio? It's terrible. Well, it turned out when I bought the truck, you know, they put it through the washer and they give it detail, and they clean it up real nice for you. They forgot to put the antenna back on. The antenna actually screws in right here, and it sticks up right here. I actually have Jack in the Box. You know Jack from Jack in the Box. I actually have an antenna ball on mine, but it's been on there a couple of years. Poor Jack doesn't have any eyeballs. I think he lost his nose. I don't even know what's left. Jake, thank you very much for the fan mail. All right, coming up next, I'll talk a little bit more about collecting and some questions from you. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm going to do something a little bit different. It's going to be like, gamers. They put their camera on, they put their face on the screen while they're playing the game. So I figured, I'll do this to give you my thought process as I'm recording my in-store videos or off the pegs. Now these Blaze and the Monster machines, I've actually been buying them a couple years already. I did show them before in one of the, I showed them before. I don't remember where. Probably might have been a weekend show. I'm not positive. But this is something that I would be buying for presentations. I want to do, they roll pretty good. I like to do some downhill racing with them. Are they necessarily something that I would collect myself? Not necessarily. They're very nice toys. But for me, for my collections, it's just not something that I would collect. Pirate Pickle, pretty cool stuff. Now, FisherPrice, of course, they're a Mattel brand, so they do the same thing like a Hot Wheels does. They'll come out with all sorts of variations. I don't know how many of these characters are actually in the cartoon. I think it's Blaze and the Monster Machines, right? Matter of fact, I have a stack behind me. You'll see them in just a few minutes. Look, they got pink lipstick. That's cute stuff. I like. You know what? It's good stuff. Maybe not for me, but it's quality products. Now I turn to the other side of the aisle. These pegs are pretty full. They have a lot of stuff. As far as the basic cars over there, when you see a lot of fantasy cars, you know that they didn't put anything out new. Now, someone had asked about the Forces set. It looks very nice. But to be honest with you, at the price point, $5.50 or whatever, I am very limited as to what I pick up. $5.50, that adds up fast when you consider how many cars Mattel produces. The 50th anniversary favorites, $5.50. I'll wait. Now, if it gets clearance, I would like to pick this one up. I like gold colors. I have not found the more desirable 50th anniversary favorites models. If I find them great, I'm not paying secondary prices for them. I can pass. As far as the pop culture, same thing. They keep putting out so much stuff. I don't even know which ones I picked up for the pop culture line. I picked up a Captain America piece, and that was about it. They have tons of character cards, and here's one of the times that I found the Teen Titans Go. As a matter of fact, this might be the one where I found an extra blue one. There's a couple girls in the lineup. I showed you one of them earlier today. But there's another one with the blue. I can't fix it. I don't remember the name. I don't know the show. No, it was. I don't think it was this day that I found it. But I buy the character cars because I like to collect them, and I'm going to be doing downhill racing with them and track time snippets. They could be. I do have plans for track time, and they could appear on the track time channel as well. So these are definitely for me. Raven. I think the other one is a Raven, if I'm not mistaken. This off-road vehicle, I'm only getting a couple because it's not going to go through the booster, so I don't need extras. But the other ones, if they're track compatible, I'll be buying a few of them. Because, when you put them through the boosters and stuff, and sometimes you open them up and they don't even roll right out of the package. Here's Iron Man. It's in that comic book styling. I already have it, so I didn't pick it up this day. On the right, you can see the Team Transport from Hot Wheels. Good stuff, but it's not cheap. I forget, $12.99? I forget the price. Now here you have the Plymouth Duster. They have a snake and they have a mongoose. To be honest, I didn't buy it. I already have the pair. I already have the set. I have one of each. One snake, one mongoose. At this time, I don't need an extra. Monster Jam still showing up in Southern California. And, next year is Spin Master is going to have the license for the Monster Jam line. This flat black grave digger, it's nice to have a couple of extras of those. we'll see what happens with the Spin Master products. I'm sure they're going to do a fine job. I don't know what the price point is going to be. People are saying that they have more metal in them, so it might be more expensive. If you're used to that under $4 price point for Monster Jam trucks, Spin Master might not be at that price point. Well, we'll see. I don't know. In the meantime, I have hundreds, if not over 1,000 Monster Jam trucks from Hot Wheels I can use myself for my videos. I don't necessarily need the Spin Master trucks. That new truck that you just seen, red and yellow, 2018 new truck. It might be the only time that it's released because Mattel doesn't have a license anymore. Who knows if Spin Master is even going to license it? But then again, Mattel's Monster Trucks line, not Monster Jam, they're going to have licenses too to produce trucks. They're going to do independent trucks. I don't know if you've seen the announcement. Bigfoot's going to show up in the Monster Truck line eventually. So Diecast Cars Garage asked, I always love watching a pig hunt video. Did you pick anything up, Mark? Well, there you go. Play-by-play as far as what I look for at that time. Now, if some of the character cars I didn't find yet, I'd be buying them. Or if I wanted extras, I'd be buying them. But the expensive $5.50 Hot Wheels stuff that's coming out, I am very selective. I forgot to mention, I bought the 16 Ford GT. It's the only one that I have bought so far out of that assortment. But thank you for asking the question. With Off the Pegs, it used to be on RaceGrooves show, right? But it was a little bit different. I would show something in the store, and then I would come and I go to a table, and then I talk about what I bought. Unfortunately, right now, collectibles, I actually stopped a year ago. But I actually stopped doing that bonus part on top of Off the Pegs. As a matter of fact, I stopped doing Off the Pegs for years. I started doing it again, I guess, a year or so ago. But it's only the in-store footage. I don't do the extra stuff where I talk about it afterwards. And it's because it takes time. And it's just not worth it for me to spend that time talking about this and that. It's a long story, but I don't do that part. As far as J and R, Jammers in Racing, I got, anyways. Scorpio Smith, are you really going to try it without the loop next time? I used the Hot Wheels race crate this time for Jammers and Racing. And it's a little rough. It's a little rough on the cars because I talked about it. If you've seen my review of the race crate, I don't need to duplicate. You can watch Jammers and Racing. You get the same information I talked about before. Yeah, I don't know if I'll take off the loop for next week or in a couple weeks or whenever. But yeah, you know, Jammers and Racing could be different types of downhill race setups. Yeah, I'll try. I think it didn't work too good without the loop. I think that the cars were crashing all over the place. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe I should do a little testing or watch my own review as to if I want to take that loop off or not. But yeah, there'll be different ways of downhill racing. Can Super Treasure Hunts be in stores? If so, I need to be looking closer. Ask RaceGrooves, Bishop Goodman. And, you know, he was watching a Cation boxing video, and then I got a Super Treasure Hunt. Pretty cool. But he wants to know, well, can he find them in stores? Those are the same cases that go to stores, especially USA stores. I can't talk about internationally. I don't know what happens in other countries. But in the USA, it's the same exact retail assortment that a store would order, right? So if I forgot one of a Super in a case, which I got a couple this year, I'm not sure how many, 2, 3, same cases go to the stores. So you got to find out when the stores, oh, did I pop up a card right there? You got to find out when the stores stock. It doesn't hurt to ask employees, hey, you know, there's not a lot of cars on the pegs. Can you bring some out? It doesn't hurt to ask. Supers are in the regular cases, just like regular cars. They have the same UPC on the back and everything. Ask RaceGrooves. Thoughts on the 2019 Matchbox Ford Crown Victoria with the rear opening doors. Matchbox is going to have, like, I guess, a $2 car with opening features. I'll be looking at those just like I do with other cars. Do not expect them to be reviewed on my channel. I don't know if they'll show up in the weekend show. I don't know. I doubt it. I've talked about this on my Patreon page. It's not something that I'm going to talk about here at the moment. Ask RaceGrooves, do you have the 1940 Ford One, the one with the Weiss Brothers car decorations on the side? Thank you for your question, Jacob Ruse. If this is the one, yes, I have it. It was from the Circus on Wheels series. I think it was year 2000, a long time ago. We don't see the fat fin. We call it the Fat Fendered 40, though. It's been called lots of names. The most common name is Fat Fendered 40. This one's pretty cool. And just a few more samples. By the way, the one in the upper right-hand corner, that one's pretty good for downhill racing. If you want to do some downhill racing, metal body, metal base, and for whatever reason, it's pretty fast. I had mentioned you'll see stuff behind me. Actually, so see, those are some Monster Jam trucks, Hot Wheels Monster Jam trucks that I bought. But I have to put them on a spreadsheet so I know I have how many of each car, each truck, just to make sure. I was bad. I didn't keep track of stuff, and then I forget I bought it. And then some things it's okay for me to have extras because I use them in videos, right? Something I don't need multiples of. Hot Wheels monster trucks is in the middle. That orange, this part right here. I got some monster. I showed them in off the pegs. Yes, I wind up buying those 2-packs. Now this is what Mattel's going to do with their monster trucks. They're going to recolor the same things over and over and maybe give it like a new team name. I don't know if I'm going to be buying everything, every truck, every recolor. And now I think Bone Shaker's already on the 3rd color. I don't know. I spent enough money on other stuff, and there's other brands I want to show on my channel as well. Even if it is Peppa Pig. I want to do some other stuff, but I will be doing some downhill racing with lots of different vehicles. Even Blaze and the Monster Machines. That's, yeah, right there. That stack is a little bit in the dark. But I have dozens of Blaze trucks. And I'll be doing some downhill racing with those as well. And in front's the pop culture or character cars. Anyways, thank you for watching another RaceGrooves weekend show. I hope everything is well with you. Bye-bye. Gotta stop touching the desk because the microphone picks up that sound. I need to get one of those things, put it on a pole so it's not touching the desk. Bye-bye.